Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 720. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper. Check it out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, I'll be telling you what's happening today in Durham, and you can go ahead, click on, well, you don't have to click now, but when you're ready, you can click on the link that I provide on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page, and then we can hang out. I can bring you on camera after I do the weather, after I make all these announcements. Then we can hang out, and you can go ahead and share information and tell us about your special event, your business, etc. Let me scoot up here just a bit. Putting on my specs and moving my keyboard out of the way. There we go. All right, so let's get started. So starting with the Word page, that's the government and nonprofit information page. Lots of programs and services being offered by local nonprofits. Of course, local government as well, city, county, and state. So you can go up and down the page. Here it is right there, the Word page. So go up and down the page, and then you can find different programs and services that you can sign up for yourself, for your family. You might even find places to volunteer at. Hey, look who's here. William M. Andrews is here. First, the fist bump. Kaboom. Hey, William. Saying good afternoon from Durham, North Carolina. Good afternoon, William. And of course, the ever popular phrase, it's a beautiful day in the Bull City. And we're about to get some challenging weather, if I'm not mistaken, but we'll be checking that out in just a few minutes. So welcome, William. Hoping that you're having a good day so far. I certainly am. I did a little weed whacking out front there with my battery-operated weed whacker, which made me kind of all that vibration makes my arms feel kind of floppy. I'm not the strongest person in the world. But anyway, I think I can get through the show. Okay, let's see. I don't know. Now I've been doing the Durham Skywriter since what? 2002. It's been a website since maybe 2010 or 15 or so, or something like that. But I'm just now noticing, do you see this at the very, very top of the page where it says English? I clicked on it and it says Espanol, and then I clicked on it and the whole website is translated into Spanish. I've been translating just certain items into Spanish throughout the Skywriter, but I never noticed this until today, until just now, that you can actually click and change the whole document to Spanish. That is so awesome. I need to point that out somewhere so that because I've been trying to accommodate people who speak Spanish with, every now and then I'll be able to translate something. But now the whole website's available. I don't know if I clicked on something or if this is a new feature of Wix. Wix is the website builder that I use. But there it is. I am so thrilled. So anyway, let me just go ahead and... I wish it had French too, because I know... I've met some people here who are from West African countries, and of course I've met people from actual France. So it would be really cool to have it in French as well. But I'll settle for Spanish. I think that's awesome. Let me respect your time and just do the show. Okay, I just wanted to point that out. Okay, I'm just going to pick just a couple of items here. First, I'm going to point out, with Wednesday being the 22nd, there is a vacancy with the City of Durham. They have a vacancy on the Mayor's Council for Women. So if you're interested in that, then go to durhamskywriter.com, go to the Word page, scroll down to City of Durham, and you'll see the calendar, and you'll see Wednesday, July 22nd, Mayor's Council for Women. So if you're interested in applying for that, then go ahead and click on that blue link, see what is expected of you in terms of meetings, etc. And then let the city know by end of day Wednesday that you want to fill that vacancy. Okay, let's see. The Durham County libraries are all open until 8, except for Bragtown. Bragtown is open until 6, and then they reopen at 9:30, and Bragtown reopens at 10. And of course, the libraries are serving a triple duty. They're doing their usual job of providing books for those of us who love to read and look up things and get a DVD. I guess they still have DVDs. I don't even know. I need to find out. But anyway, number 2, people are still signing up their kids for the summer reading program, where you can keep tabs on what your kids are reading by filling in the log that you get from the each library has a log. You can go ahead and sign up, get the log. If your child is too young to read, you can read to your child and still mark down the names of the books as you read them to your little one. And then when the log is filled, you return it, get some stickers for your kid, enter you can enter into the raffle at the end of summer. Somebody's going to get something wonderful. They don't tell us in advance anymore what they're raffling off, but I guess we'll see. So it's more like I should say lottery, because you're not, I think with raffling, you're paying for the ticket, if I'm not mistaken. But this is totally free, no strings attached. Number 3, the libraries are also serving as cooling centers. We're having a very hot summer, and not all of us have air conditioning. Got the ceiling fan going on overhead, so people like me who don't have air conditioning, very often we tiptoe into the libraries or the cooling center on South Driver Street, and which is run by the communities in partnership. So anyway, I'll tell you about that later as I go to the Let's Go page. Right now I'm still on the Word page, so let me just continue. Let me tell you real quick about the summer. Let's see, let me just check. I'm scrolling down to Durham Public Schools. So this particular item is on the Word page and on the School Tools page. So the Durham Public Schools, they have partnered with all of these businesses and houses of faith and all these different places to provide free breakfasts and free lunches for young people ages 1 to 18 in Durham. Because as you already know, a lot of kids eat at school, but we want to make sure that they're still being fed over the summer. So I've got a long list of all these different places that are offering free breakfasts and free lunches, their addresses, etc., etc. So just check it out. Go to the Durham Skywriter, check for the Durham Public Schools listing on the Word page and also on the School Tools page. All right, now let's check with the Durham Tech Small Business Center, because they have classes that are totally free. They're for people who want to start businesses. So let's see if there are any classes. So nothing in person at the center, which is downtown. But here's a class that's being offered on Zoom. These are totally free. So let's see. From 6 until 8, Startup Business Planning, Budgeting 101, and Product Pricing. How to get a really good start with business. Because you do need to, you got to plan right, and you have to budget right, because if you're reselling something or you're making something, you have to make sure that it's at an affordable price. And then you have to price the items that you're selling or the services that you're selling at a good price, so you don't undercut yourself and make people wonder about the quality because the price is too low. Of course, you don't want to price yourself out of the market by making your price too high. So that's going to be a really intensive class. That's going to be from 6 until 8 on Zoom. So go ahead and register for that when you have a minute. And then tomorrow afternoon, early at 2, how to grow your subscriber base for small business owners. That sounds like a good class as well. You might want to sign up for that one. So let me scroll down to SCORE real quick. Service Corps of Retired Executives. For those of you who are budding entrepreneurs, you can take classes with them. They're also mostly free, and they also have mentors, which is great. So let's see if there's anything. So nothing today, but tomorrow they'll have financial planning. That sounds like a good one. I'll remind you about that tomorrow. Let's go to the, let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and go to the To Your Health page. There we are. So there's lots on this page, but I'm going to zero in on the blood drives where you can literally save lives by donating blood. So let's go there. Let's check with the American Red Cross first. Let's see, their next blood drive is Wednesday. So I will announce that tomorrow. Blood Connection, they do the same thing. Let's check with them. Their next blood drive is also Wednesday. So I'll tell you about that also tomorrow. Okay, let's scroll down to the bottom of the page where we can read about the Health Equipment Loan Program, also known as HELP. It's run by the county. They accept donations from folks like you and me. Oh, William's pointing out that it is 12/12, happy 12/12, where the numbers are the same. And didn't you point out 10/10 on Saturday? I think you did. Yeah, so it's 12/12 right now. Yeah, on Saturday, my show's at 10 o'clock. So William pointed out when it was 10/10, which is always fun, where the time is the same number. Love that. Love that. Okay. Oh, yes. So the HELP program, they accept donations of things of self-transport like knee scooters, walkers, wheelchairs, canes, crutches, that sort of thing. And then they clean them up and loan them out to people who need them for 3 months at a time, which is super great. It's a free program, and it's only available 2 days a week. So Tuesdays, 10 until 2, and then Fridays, 1 until 5. That address is 4206 North Roxborough Street, Suite 100. Okay, I'm going to go to the top of the page and let's click on that Health Events button. Let's see if there's an event or two that I can tell you about. All right, today's the 20th. Let's see. Kids Can is this evening. Okay, so Kids Can Secondary School, Tweens and Teens, they change the names periodically as they, make it more specific to certain ages. So today, Kids Can is for, when they say secondary school, tweens and teens, I guess we're talking, let's see, secondary school. I'm thinking grades maybe 6 through high school, I'm guessing. Something like that. This session is virtual. Basically, this is for young people whose parents or guardians or grandparents have been diagnosed with cancer. It's a lot to deal with. Very often the kids end up helping the parents, and it's really a tough thing to go through. I remember when my niece was going through it when my sister had cancer. That was rough. So they wanted to be able to explain what's going on to the young people and also answer their questions, because it's very isolating. Very often the child feels like they're the only one going through this. It can be very isolating. So they also get to meet other young people who also have the same types of questions. So it's virtual today. Very often, usually it's virtual, and then I think 4 times a year they get to go in and meet everybody in person, which is really nice. But it is virtual today from 6:30 until 7:30. So it's run by Duke. You can go ahead and click and get that Zoom link. Okay, let's see. This is really weird. So I just told you earlier in the show that I clicked and switched to Spanish to look at it, and then switched back to English because I don't speak Spanish. And I'm noticing all of the words that say here have been translated to the word aquí, which is here in Spanish. That is so all they all say click aquí. That is so we now have to go through all of this whole document and manually change it. That is probably a weird glitch in Wix. That is bizarre. Anyway, let me continue here. Let's see, so I told you about Kids Can, Tweens, and Teens. Let's see. Oh, tomorrow at noon, the mind-body approaches to coping with cancer. That's also going to be virtual at noon. They use the same link over and over, so you can go ahead and click Aquí and register for that. I have to change all of these. I can't believe it. Anyway, so that's going to be tomorrow at noon. And let's see. Oh, here's another one. The Community Support Group for Long-Term Care. They will also be meeting. This is also a Duke meeting where you can, if you have a family member living in long-term care, you can get some questions answered and then get some tips on how to deal with that. Okay, let us now go to the Senior Scope page. There we are. Let's see. And it also says click aquí. This is so weird. Anyway, the Durham Center for Senior Life is downtown at 406 Rigsby Avenue. It's a great place to hang out if you're 55 plus. So today is Monday, and let us see what is going on today. Now, at 12:30, you can meet in the theater. Yes, they have a theater. And you can talk about movies, and then they will actually show a movie at 1. And today's movie is National Treasure. So at 1 o'clock, they will be showing, I think that's a historical, like a mystery, if I'm not mistaken, starring Nicolas Cage. So that starts at 1 o'clock. Also this afternoon, Advanced Watercolor at 1, and Lifeline Dancers at 3:30. Tomorrow morning, Seniors on the Move, line dancing at 8:35. Just Ask George, tech questions. Take your tech in and learn how to use it. That's going to be from 9 until 11 in the computer lab. Take Off Pounds Sensibly at 9:30. Yoga Your Way at 10. That's going to also be live on the Durham Center for Senior Life Facebook page. Keep It Moving, gentle exercise at 10. Belly Dance for Fitness at 11:30, and Crocheting Club at noon. Also, Pinochle, Kings in the Corner, and Dominoes, all afternoon tomorrow. And in fact, the center is open late, Tuesdays and Thursdays until 7. How about that? Let's check for the special events. Let's see. Ooh, Durham, the birthplace of motorcycling in North Carolina. That's going to start in 10 minutes. So if you happen to be near downtown and you love motorcycles, you might want to check that out. You'll be talking about motorcycles and learning about that local history from the Museum of Durham History staff. Nothing tomorrow. Okay, so JFK Towers, by the way, is now a satellite of the Durham Center for Senior Life. And tomorrow they'll be having coffee and community at 8:30. Travel Tuesday at 9:30. Cardio and more at 10:30. Congregate meal, which is free lunch, at 11:30. And bingo at 12:30. And let's see if they have special events. Let's see. Well, they'll be celebrating July birthdays on Wednesday, so that's cool. Don't forget the Independent Little River Senior Center. They're in Bahama, which is in northern Durham County, 8305 North Roxborough Road. They also have activities Monday through Friday from 8:30 until around 2-ish. So they have all these things like coffee talk, walking club, free play gym, games and quilting, Bible study, guitar lessons, bass guitar lessons. It's really fun. And they also have free lunch at 11:30. All right. Now let's go to the Let's Go. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go to the school tools page. Because I told you about the summer reading program. I also told you about the Sun Meals North Carolina program for young people, where they can get free breakfast and free lunch. But what I forgot to tell you about, let me scroll down. You can help public school teachers get school supplies. Very often they're reaching into their own pockets to help their students, but we can help them by filling that bus. That's an annual program called Fill That Bus, where I got the list here of things that they need, where we can make donations. Now, last year they did it a little different, where they had people donating school supplies in boxes that were at various businesses all over town. But now I think it's a little easier for us just to take it to the Crayons to Calculators office. That's the name of the nonprofit, which is a program that's run by the Durham Public School Foundation. So their office, let's see, I think I have it listed here. There it is. So they have a warehouse at 808 Bacon Street. So Monday through Thursday between 8:30 and 4:30, we can drop by there with our school supplies. And like I said, there's a whole list here. Like, for example, crayons, the typical, paper, both lined paper and copier paper, pencils, dry erasers, the usual stuff. So maybe you can catch a sale, get a 2-for-1 or some kind of sale. Also, if you're not used to buying school supplies because you haven't, you're not a parent or whatever, then what you could do is to click, and there is a link for Amazon and for Walmart. So there are pages that you can go to directly. So the Crayons to Calculators have set up easy ways for you to just click on Amazon or Walmart and just go straight to the page and make your purchases that way. Also, Boxyard RTP, they have a Backpacks for Kids program. So, so every day, including Saturdays, through August 8th, you can drop off school supplies at the various vendors at Boxyard RTP, which is at 900 Park Offices Drive off of Highway 54. So this is a program that's run by the Triangle Nonprofit and Volunteer Leadership Center. So that's going to be something you can also participate in. Alrighty. I also noticed I'm seeing typos. This is very strange. I'm seeing typos after switching from English to Spanish and back again. So now I have to go through the whole document and, I thought it was a feature. Now I see it's a problem. I was so excited. Anyway, let me continue. Let's go to the Let's Go page, the calendar of events page. And let's see what's going on today, with it being the 20th of July. Let's see. Oh yeah, Wheels Durham, they have 2 skate sessions every weekday. So this is really fun, especially for the kids who are out of school. So their first skate session is from 11 until 1:30. Skaters pay $13. Parents or adults who are just there to watch the kids and not skate, they pay $4. By the way, the address is 715 North Hoover Road. The second skate session is from 2 until 4:30. And again, you're paying $13. Oh, don't forget, you can rent skates. If you don't own skates, you can rent them for $6, $7 if you're a rollerblader. Okay. Now, the Parktown Food Hub, they'll be giving away free groceries today by appointment only for people in need. They'll be giving it away at Parkwood Church, which is at 5123 Revere Road, from 4:30 until 5:30. So maybe you can get in on that list by first going to the Let's Go page of the Durham Skywriter. You scroll down to today's date, and then you'll see an email address. So write to Parktown Food Hub and see if the list isn't already filled up, then maybe you can get in on this nice grocery giveaway at 4:30. Communities in Partnership, which is at 101 South Driver Street, they're offering an extreme hip-hop class today. It'll be from 6 until 7. By the way, this is also serving as the cooling center. So when it's really, really super hot in the 90s, you can go there Monday through Friday and cool off. But from 6 until 7, it'll be the site of the extreme hip-hop dance class. Now, if all the parking spaces around the building are taken, then you can park across the street at the church. Line Dancing with Nikki, that's going to be at the Southwest Regional Library, and that'll be this afternoon this evening from 6 until 7:30, and it is free. Young crafters ages 5 to 18, they're invited to the R&B's jewelry making class. That's going to be at the IR Home Senior, also known as Campus Hills Rec Center, which is at 2000 South Austin Avenue from 6 until 7:30, and it's free. Ooh, I thought that was thunder. That was a bus going by. The Hayti Heritage Center's Heritage Rhythms African Dance class, that is this evening from 6:30 until 8 on the corner of Fayetteville and Lakewood Streets. So this is where you first get into the deep breathing and the conditioning, and then you get into the cardio-intensive African dance moves. The weekly class fee is $10. Now, usually Wheels Durham has adult roller skating lessons from 7 until 8 for those who are 18 plus, but it's not on their schedule tonight. So I was going to call them. I didn't get a chance to call them before doing Bull City Hangout, but I think they might not be having it tonight because for some reason it is not on their schedule, which is a little strange. But I will call and make sure. If it is indeed not happening tonight, I will delete it from today's schedule on the Let's Go page. Otherwise, I'll keep it as it is. Okay, the East Regional Library tomorrow, they're going to have the over 50 crowd, where folks who are older, obviously 50 and up, can meet from 10 until 11:30. You're hanging out, you're enjoying some free coffee, some free tea, you're having fun, just talking with other folks, maybe about the latest movies or books, grandkids or whatever. So it's a nice socialization time for older folks. 10 o'clock at the East Regional Library, 211 Lick Creek Lane. Okay, told you about Wheels Durham, 11 until 1:30. Told you about that. New Visions of Africa restaurant, they're going to have a grocery giveaway tomorrow for people who are struggling. They'll start at 12:30 at 1306 Fayetteville Street. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Let's go to the phone here and let's check the weather. It's starting to get kind of cloudy out there, and I think we're going to get some thunderstorms. So let's see. Okay, it's 85. It's definitely humid. I can definitely feel the humidity. So it's cloudy. The high's only going to be It's only going to be 86, but here's the thing though. It's cloudy right now, but there's a 35 to 40% chance of thunderstorms, not just rain, but thunderstorms from 2 through the 4 o'clock hour. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Grab your umbrella or raincoat. And then there are chances of rain, like going back and forth. It looks like it's going to be a wild afternoon because the sun's going to come out, and then it says thunderstorms at 6 and then 8 and then 9. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be pretty wild. And then midnight, another chance of rain. And then tomorrow, the high will be back up to the 90s, 92 degrees, with a 60% chance of thunderstorms. Chance of rain and thunderstorms every single day this week. That is crazy. Oh, the temperatures are going to be really wildly fluctuating. So 86 today, 92 tomorrow, 87 Wednesday, 78 Thursday, 79 Friday, 80 Saturday, 86 Sunday. It's just going to go up and down. That is wild. So that is it for the weather. At least we don't have to worry about smoke. I was thinking that I finally saw pictures and videos of the horrible fires that they're having in Canada, where the smoke has reached as far south as Washington, D.C. Actually, I heard that even in Virginia, which is not that far, northern Virginia, they're having really bad smoke problems as well. But I guess with all this wind and rain and whatnot here in Durham, I guess maybe we don't have to worry about it. At least I hope not, because a lot of us have breathing problems and asthma and all that sort of thing. So anyway, enjoy your day. Stay dry if at all possible. Be sure to take your umbrella with you just in case. And I think, yeah, I'll be doing the show live tomorrow and the next day. How about that? Have a beautiful afternoon. I'll see you tomorrow at noon. Don't forget to read the Durham Skywriter at durhamskywriter.com. Ciao for now.